Либански договор за Грција.
Со Черчил тука нешто?
Тоа се вика Либански договор, кој е во Либан подпишан, каде подпишале и комунистите, и како нашите викат, ние викавме доскоро, монархофашистите и не знам кои и така натаму и така натаму.
Кралот?
Како да се врати кралот и кралската власт. Така. Во моментот, тоа е 8 јануари, така ли? Бунтот.
Да.
Во моментот тогаш во Грција е вакуумна сила. Извлечени се германците, ама грчка војска уште нема направено, а Елас се разоружува веќе по Варкиза договорот и така натаму и така натаму. И таму се само британците веќе во Солун, во Пиреја, во Атина и така натаму. Ето.
Нели тоа нашиот најголема
Тоа трагедија би било, ние немаше веќе да имаме држава ако влеговме таму.
А сега имаме ли држава?
Имаме и ќе ја направиме.
Многу ви благодарам за гостувањето. Ќе ве поканам уште еднаш. Почитувани гледачи, наставно останете уште малку. Почитувани гледачи, емисијата завршуваме со еден исечок од една дебата во британскиот парламент. Бидејќи во Македонија се заговара дека немало политичка култура, дека ние сме биле многу некултурни, а сите околу навор од нас биле премногу културни и елегантни, па да видиме како тоа изгледа вистинска политичка жестока дебата во британскиот парламент. Ве поканувам во понеделник да ја следите повторно оваа емисија, ќе имаме многу интересен гостин. Ќе биде мало изненадување, значи во понеделник во 17 часот гледате ја емисијата Политико. Поздрав и се гледаме.
Mr Deputy Speaker, what representations did the Deputy Prime Minister make to the Chancellor to continue the £200 to help pensioners with council tax?
I'm delighted to see the Right Honourable Member back on the front bench in a leadership role. It does seem that the Tories have been going through leaders so fast they've started at the beginning again. They're now so green they're even recycling their leaders. And of course, us Rotherham lads must stick together, mustn't we? But anyway, as the point made by the Right Honourable Member is that the £200, yes, we did have discussion with the Chancellor. Yes, we did discuss about the heating money that's given of £200. No, it was a commitment to give it in 1 year as we did, and all that we have given to the pensioners are very, very considerable. And if you consider the record of what we've done for pensioners in this country against what he did in government, then I'm quite proud to stand against that record.
This shouting must stop. Mr William Hague.
Mr Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Prime Minister should be more sympathetic to elderly council taxpayers. He's over 65 and he didn't pay council tax for years. This week's figures show council tax has now risen by 84% since the government came to office. A typical pensioner couple will have to pay £254 more in council tax next year than this. What was so special about election year that pensioners needed £200 help with their council tax just for that 1 year?
It is the overall policy of this government to actually consider the pensioner payments and the other matters that we give to them, and to consider in the round. That, I think, is what we have done. That is what we continue to do. And as for the argument about the payment of the council tax, let me tell him, and he must know again in the comparison between our government and his government, that we gave in the response 39% increase in real terms in council tax compared to the last 5 years of which he had some influence, where there was an actual reduction of 7% in real terms of contribution to the councils for their council tax.
I think there was so little English in that answer, President Chirac would have been happy with it. The fact is that Age Concern said the Chancellor's decision beggars belief, helped the aged describe the payment as a pre-election bribe and said it exposed a shameful level of political expediency. When the government thinks pensioners need £200 to help with council tax only when an election is due, does the Deputy Prime Minister understand why people are so cynical about politics?
I think cynical about politics came more about 18 years of a Tory government than ever came out on this. And you know, I just say to the honourable member, I may get the grammar wrong, that's true, and I'll have to take the blame for that. That was my education, I'm responsible for it. But you know, I'd sooner get perhaps the words wrong than getting my judgment wrong. After all, he was the leader who slammed the England independence. He was the leader who claimed that the minimum wage was the height of irresponsibility and would cause unemployment. And he was the leader who said that Lord Archer was a man of integrity. Now, if there's a choice between getting my words wrong or getting the judgment wrong, I'd sooner have my problem, not his. Can I just say to the honourable member, since he mentioned President Chirac, has he still said that he believes that those who describe the French as cheese-eating surrender monkeys, does he believe that? Because if he does, it makes him look me a master of diplomacy.
Mr. Speaker, would the Deputy Prime Minister agree with me that he was absolutely right to warn the Prime Minister that government instability would result from saying in advance that he would go?
I didn't say... The honourable member must know I didn't say that at all. And even though he's got difficulty understanding what I said, I clearly did not say that. It didn't cause... It may cause uncertainties, was the word that was used, and clearly, and those matters that I said on that day, that the Prime Minister makes his decision, and he will name the date when the time is right, and the transfer is what will happen before the next general election. That is the Prime Minister's commitment. That is what we are saying, and I think that's an important point. I know of no other leader that has made such a commitment as a Prime Minister, and I know that will be difficult for the honourable member because he was the first Tory leader to never to become a Prime Minister.
Well, that was the 2001 election, but at least I got through the campaign without hitting anybody. So,